Hi, I'm Terry and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Sizzix project. I'm going to create a winter wedding card using my Big Shot. I'm going to use the Pretty Print Textured Impressions embossing folder to emboss a square layer for the front of my card. This smoky slate piece of cardstock was cut 3 3/8 inch square, and I'm going to emboss that as a layer for the front of my card. So I've got my platform on tab 1, bottom standard cutting pad. I've got the Pretty Print embossing folder with the smoky slate square inside, and then I'm going to put on the top standard cutting pad. Bring this a bit closer to me, and I'm going to emboss that layer. And then I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that's cut 1/8 of an inch larger, so it's 3 1/2 inch square. And I'm going to attach my embossed smoky slate square on top. There we go. And then I'm going to fancy it up a little bit. I've got some Whisper White ribbon. It is, I think it's 3/8 of an inch. Yep, 3/8 of an inch. And I'm going to bring in my ribbon cutting scissors, and I'm going to just put a strip of adhesive on either side, and I'm going to run this ribbon across and adhere it to the back. Like so. And I'm going to feed a second piece of ribbon underneath, and then I'm going to turn it around and tie a knot like so. Whoops. Good thing I have another adhesive ready to go. And then I have as my card base a piece of smoky slate, 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, scored on my Simply Scored at the 4 1/4 mark. And I'm going to add some adhesive. Like so. And then I'm going to attach that embossed layer on the front. And then I have my Sweet Essentials stamp set. And I'm going to use the bride and groom image. And I've attached it to clear block H. And I'm going to bring in my basic gray classic ink. I'm going to ink up the bride and groom phrase. And then I'm going to stamp it down. There we go. And then to complete my card, I'm going to add an embellishment that I'm going to create with my Flower Shop punch. And I'm going to bring in my smoky slate ink. And excuse me. There is my Flower Shop stamp set, and I've got this image already mounted to clear block D. I'm going to ink it up with my smoky slate ink. And I've got my Pansy punch ready to punch it out. This is a great bundle that you can purchase, the Flower Shop stamp set and the Pansy punch. There we go. And I'm going to take a second strip of Whisper White cardstock, or just a junky piece that I have stored away, and I'm going to cut or punch out using my Pansy punch a Whisper White piece. And then I'm just going to extend these petals in a little bit towards the center because I want them to be able to bend up and add a little bit of dimension. And I'm going to do the same with the one that I punched out after I stamped it and inked it up with my smoky slate. And then I'm going to get my Stampin' Dimensionals and complete the card. So I'll be back in a moment. All right, I have my 2 flowers punched out, and I'm going to attach the smoky slate one to the Whisper White one, and I'm just going to countersink them a little bit so that you can see the Whisper White one underneath. And I'm going to bend up the smoky slate petals, like so. And then I have some, excuse me, large basic jewels that are the rhinestone jewels. And I'm going to pick up a large one and put it in the center of my smoky slate flower. And then to complete my card, I'm going to put a Stampin' Dimensional on the back of the entire flower layer, and that will create an embellishment for the front of my card. And there we go. I've got a beautiful and it's simple to make wedding card for a winter wedding. For a complete listing of the supplies and the measurements for the cardstock layers, please head on over to my blog, www.nutsaboutsstamping.com. While on my blog, make sure you're a newsletter subscriber. I have a special edition series coming out called the 12 Weeks of Christmas. The edition has already started, but you can catch up and watch for my newsletters that come out each Wednesday for a total of 12 weeks. You can place an order for the supplies I use to make this card. You can ask me a question, or you can look through lots of other sample ideas that I've been posting over the past several years. I'm Terry. I am Nuts About Stamping. See you next time. Bye for now.